everything works together, man. It's ill, man. It's just ill. Like these gap ups here, like this here. This gap got to be filled in. So like Nas today had a gap filled in. Oh, what did I have? Where was it at? Where was it at? So yeah, so what I've been doing, man, is finding out where price opens up. So this is 27th, right? From so let's see. This is because it's from 9:30 to 3:30, right? So what I do is come in here and say, okay, well, where does it close at? Close right. Where's it close at? Close right here, right? At 9:30, the green candle right there, right here. So let me open this up a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. It's kind of messy at the wall though. I can avoid there. So I keep one chart with just the indicators and the pro wave, and you can see the pro wave is the ones that going nice, you know, as far as going down, whatnot. But see, it's opening bell. The opening bell was at 9:30, right?
Right.
But look at this, man. The opening bell was at 9:30, right here, right? So opening bell at 9:30. So we get our coffee around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So let's say 9 o'clock's right here, right? 9 o'clock's right there. We're in a 3-minute time frame. So we can see London's over here. We can see London doing some consolidation, right? So we look at this thing and say, well, look what we have here. We got a higher high printed right here. So I'm gonna show you my man. My man right here, the brother. Right, actually the brother, but right here, man. Man would have got on the train right here. I mean, we getting sell signals popping up. We got a reversal signal right there. We got the pro waves right here getting ready to overbought. So that's like all consolidation right there, confirmation. So you come in here to the market internals, you're like, okay, well, what the hell is this? So this got to be something of supreme information, because what I saw was, here's a gap right here. All right, so let me bring this down so you can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. So that's the time right there. We got 9:30 right there. So the 9:30 one's right here. That's the 9:30 bill right there. The market internals is closed. Like, see how it is now? It's closed. Oh, wait a minute, it's market open. I'm marking this one here. See how it's closed? So this is like pre-market stuff. So this is what goes behind the scenes. This is my interpretation of it. You know, so when 9:30, let's see, when 9:30 rolled around, it opened up here, right? It opened up right there, right? This is 27. This was yesterday, right? So what happened? It rolled down, right? Went down. You can see right now where it went down right here. Check this out. It opened up at 1443, so it opened up below 1800. So if it opens up below 1800, automatically it's going to tank. See that? It's right there, and you got a sell signal coming from London from the next day. See that over here? That's 827 early in New York.
Right.
So it hit this lower high. You would have got resistance up here. So it's just lining up for a tank. You know what I'm saying? It's lining up for let me shut off this MT4.
So on your
yeah, go ahead, my bad.
Indicators on the bottom, are you just going off 1800 on the
right? That's the level that my man Seb gave me. Yeah. So 1800. Okay. So 1800 is where if it's above 1800, it's probably going to be bullish. That's the rule we're using. If it's below 1800, it's probably going to go bearish. So it opened up what at 1443.
Mm-hmm.
So what does that tell us? That it's bearish. And what happened? Boom. Okay. It went down. It went automatically. It tanked right when the market opened up. It tanked. Okay. So here it is. Then it has to make a recovery, right? It has to come back up. So it came up right about here, right there. Hit that low right there, right? Then that's coming. It's coming back up again. So we got that. Then it kind of, you see it tailed off rest of the day. This is 12 o'clock right here. So then it's tailing off again the rest of the day. So you could have gotten a trade. You could have gotten a trade right here, right when market opened up, boom, right there, right? And it's tanking. Or you could have got back here on this recovery right here. Somebody's up there. There, you know what I'm saying? Or you could have got in here when it came back up. There's level right there. See? You see it went all the way down.
Yeah.
Based on this.
So what's your well, you know, I'm acting like you're the only one on this call, man.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
My next question is gonna be, what's your point to entry? So using the pro concepts with
Right here, right when the bell opened up, I jumped in.
right.
This is what time? Look at this. This is about what 176. Let me take some of these indicators off so you can see what I'm talking about, because it gets kind of but it's dope though.
Yeah, it's a little. It is a little hard.
Yeah, it's a little there, but let me take that off. We got that. We got right there. All right, you see that right there? Here we go. All right. So what do we have at 8 o'clock? We've got what resistance up here. Remember this 3-minute chart over here. We got 3 minutes up here, right? That's resistance up there. So I can draw me a little order block up here, right? Boom, like that, right?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Just for my ignorance, I just joined a few minutes late. What's the below indicator that you're looking at?
This one here is called market internals. It's
Mar-
by
it's the ADD. Okay.
yeah. You got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yep. So
Thanks.
anyway, yeah, you got it. So you see that I got a little zone up here, resistance zone, right? So this resistance zone's already been done already. It's already been made already. And with the indicators, the SMC had already told us what this is. So this is like what, 3 o'clock in the morning, London. So you can see where did New York start from. We come in New York at what time? 9 o'clock. Most people 9 o'clock, 8, somewhere up in here, right here, 8, 9 o'clock, right there. So we already seen that we got resistance up here already, right? So when this thing opened up at 9 o'clock, it tanked right here. You see that? It was no question. It just once the candles opened up at 9:30, a red candle was here and it tanked. It might have been green, but it didn't hit this level. It opened up at 1443. It's gonna tank. I jumped in this trade. I didn't like say, oh, let me think about it. No. Once it tanked, I knew I had resistance here. So you can get in here, right? You can get in here and you can have your stop loss 20, 30 pips. So what was this going to be? We can use
Are you saying that that's a leading indicator? It looks like it's happening in tandem. Like it doesn't look like it's cluing you in with any time to act beyond when its price is moving. It looks like it's moving at exactly the same time.
Well, what I did was back tested it. Since Seb showed me this weekend, I back tested this, and I saw at least 90% wins on the back tests. So I mean,
but wins tying what to what though? Because I mean, to me, it looks like price goes down, so does that. It's not like that clued you in ahead of time. I mean, it can show that like
it did clue me in ahead of time. Let me tell you why I did, because I had a whole bunch of other stuff going on. That's just one of the confluences that I had. Like I said, I already had other confluences here, because once I saw this action over here, once it hit here, this is, again, it's a lot of stuff going on here, but you can use the higher highs on this indicator, reversals, some sell signals. So I had a whole bunch of stuff going on in here, not just using that. This was just one confluence that I had.
Can I add a point to what you're saying right now to kind of add to it?
Yeah.
I tested the ADD today in live trading.
Yeah.
And it gives you kind of a snapshot of a few seconds before actual things happen.
Right.
It gives you a pulse, like following the NQ or the ES, but I mean, depending what you're trading, ADD seems to be powerful if you have that with other things.
Right. Exactly. Say that again, man. That was pretty good.
I noticed that like this morning, definitely this morning, ADD, not sure about VOLD, but like ADD at the very least, it did give a like leading indicator with enough time to act. Not a ton of time to act, but you don't need a ton of time. You just need some time. It definitely showed, sentiment basically for that opening move.
Right. Yeah.
Which I believe you took the opening move at 9:33 though. I don't think it was the very first candle, right?
No, but it was close to it. But you're right. Somewhere in there. I had to wait till it opened up. Had to wait till it breathed. So let it breathe for a 3-minute time frame and then go from there. But yeah, you're right.
What's the two lines you suggest if it's over, I don't know, 1400? I'm just throwing numbers, I don't know. I think over 1400 it's bullish, and under 14 it would be bearish. What are the rules? How do you see this?
Well, actually Seb put in a guide that you're talking about the same thing. He put over under 1800, then he put over under 1000, and he put over under 500. I believe it was 1800 was a large trend day. 1000 was range, whatever the hell that means, and 500 was chop.
Let me put it right here. Right, yeah, it's right here. Let me put it right here so I can see it. Right there. Can you see that?
Yeah, cool.
John, could you show the actual indicator so I can pull it up?
Which one? That the ADD?
Yes, please.
This one is called market internal. So when you go here and you come look for the indicator, look for market internals, and it'll be right here by Makito. You see that?
Okay, gotcha. Market
Yeah,
internal.
yeah, Makito. Yeah. The VOLD is not an indicator. I think that's just I want to call it the indicator. It's just not an indicator, but it's
I didn't realize you guys were using it because I was just using it as a quote. Like it's a
Yeah.
chart ADD, and so
Yeah.
is VOLD, but I wasn't
Right.
sure. Is the indicator, you find the indicator to be better than the actual chart?
both. The way I look at this is like this is we are retail traders. So what I've learned is the market makers don't care about retail traders. So if you don't know how to trade, not saying you, I'm saying me personally, if I don't know how to trade like the banks, the hedge funds, then I don't know what the hell's going on. So the further I go into Forex, the more I learn. The further I go down the road of Forex, the more you go into Forex. Forex is so deep that no one could be an expert on this. There's so many different flavors, so many different roles, so many different paths. But me personally, I want to become successful at trading. So I open to learn more. So when Seb brings this over, or somebody, you got the wonderful indicators, you got all this information that's out there, smart money indicators, you got, institutional banking, all these things, all those things are going to help you become a better trader because as you know, the retail traders, banks don't give it, they don't care about that. So to your question, I use everything that I have to win the game. That's what I look at. So it works for me. It may not work for everybody else, but it works for me. So when I look at this here, I say, wow. Because then I also look at these gaps going on. And I think today, there was a gap that was filled. I want to say it was this. So the indicator closed, well, it closed right here, right? Right there, I guess the green one right there, somewhere up in there. So where it opened up here. So there's a gap. So this is almost like a zone. So this zone right here, I was like, okay, well, here's this zone right here. It's got a gap down. So it did during the day. You see, it went up a little bit during the bell, and then it reversed, as I was saying in the group. So I took this trade that was up here when it came out of the bell, but I didn't get, and then it reversed down here. You see, it reverse came in the zone, it filled the gap, and then it came, and it's been taken ever since. So this right here tells you that, okay, well, even if you missed the morning bell, you got this serious downtrend coming up, and it's based on this. So all these things help us stay in the trade and work the trade. That's kind of how I used it this morning. So
Okay, can I be a devil's advocate just for a second?
go ahead.
Just to backtrack. Does everybody know what ADD is?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, you can look it up. It's just a ticker that shows like the overall, the amount
show
of
it.
stocks that are
Let's show it.
that are trending up or down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's the market as a whole, if you want to say NYSE.
yeah. So when you pull up your indicator, you want to add this to it. That's the ADD. That's what this is. It's just part of the market internals. So that's
There's
how I trade.
another one you could use on the corner of your screen.
Which one? To the right or left?
It would, well, you have the choice. You could have it on your right, left, bottom. If you go to indicators for a second, type in internals.
Oh, you mean that box one?
Yeah, that box one.
Yeah. What was the one?
Can't remember which one it is. I have it here, but it doesn't tell me who it is.
Yeah. I think there's like a few of them, but this one is the one that Seb told me to use. I'm sure there's other ones out there, but again, that's what you do. You got to just search from and find out. So look where Nas is right now. So Nas is down here someplace. Down, where's it closed right down here, right? So depending on where it opens up on Wednesday, right? So Wednesday 9:30 is going to be where? Somewhere up in here somewhere. 29th, 9:30. So we're on the 3-minute time frame. Some way over here somewhere. Let me close this up a little bit more so you can see. So 9:30 is going to be somewhere right over here somewhere. Okay, wait, no, we're in here. All right, so here we go. 9:30 is right here, right there. Boom. All right. So what happens if price opens up above 1800? It's supposed to be bullish. What happens if it's down here? But it's down here someplace. So it's got to fill a gap sometime away. So if it opens up down here, it's got to fill this gap up here. If it opens up down here, we don't know what's going to open up. But wherever it opens up, we can kind of see, like I said, it's just an insight of what's going to happen. And then you can use the indicator to help you find out what's going on with other various things too. So, I mean, you have to use all the tools at your disposal. That's how I use it. You know, like this was beautiful. Like, I don't know whoever caught this down here, but this tanked at was it 9:30? Not 9:30, but around 10 or something, whatever. And just went all the way down. Where's that?
Hey,
But then I
John,
was
can you do
thinking,
me a favor, man?
what's that?
Hey, so you got a chart with the waves with the market indicators and with pro concepts all on it?
Yeah, I'm trying to combine some of them together because I said I only have the count I have only has 5 indicators. So I have a couple templates that I've tried to use that I could
Going
try.
back, that's one thing that I noticed was basically once you you got the candles on the bottom for the market indicators, right?
Yeah,
One thing that I noticed is that once that candle closes below 1800,
right,
it's like a door,
right.
and it's like usually like the candle right before Pro Algo or Civ throws that sell to,
Yeah,
or at least
yeah,
from what I
yeah.
you
Well,
notice the same thing.
yeah, and also I've noticed that when you've got like multiple confluences, like where's this move at? This move was June 28th, 9:30. So where's June 28th, 9:30 on here? It's right about here someplace, right? 9:30, June 28th, 9:30. Right in here somewhere. So this is what the I guess the VOLD looked at 9:30, right in here, right in here somewhere, 9:30 right there. So it's like, okay, can we line this up? It never hit this. It never hit. It came in. What time did it come in at? It opened up at 1584, right? Which is kind of, I guess, below 1800. But if you're looking at it like if he's saying 1000, then okay, well, what's the number that you're going to use? 1000. So it opened up 1000. So we're thinking that okay, this needs to be bullish, right? Until it figures out what the hell it's going to do, and then hits that resistance up here because it never broke. It never broke. What level is this? This is 12,140. It never broke above that. So price was not above 12,140 during the London session. You see that it's all off this way. It's up here. So this right here to me is a strong resistance zone right here, right in there. This goes all the way back to yesterday, 2 o'clock in the morning, yesterday London. So you can see that. And then Monday's session with Nas was kind of poor. You know, it was not many plays on Nas. It was a little bit, but not much. So this is our reward for waiting on New York Tuesday, in my opinion. So now it's like, what do we do for Nas on tomorrow? Because we see it's way down here now. You know, so what are we going to do with Nas depending on when it's going to open up? So that's the key. So when I come in trust tomorrow at 9:30, I'm going to wait to see where does Nas open up. It's the same thing with Apple, SPY, QQQ. They all move the same way, all the stocks. So New York's got to come up some kind of way. So where is that going to happen? Is it going to open up 1,000, 1,500, 2,000? And then
Yeah, I mean, look, I
gap?
think you'll be probably looking at the same type of thing you did today. I mean, I saw Seb just join, so I guess I have a question on this guide, right? Which is helpful, the 1,800, the 1,000, and 500, right? I guess if you look at that text box that you had, I don't know how that declares the day though. Like part of the wording there was like, okay, if it's 1,000, it means it's a ranging day. Like, how is it that the whole day is gonna be like is gonna obey where it starts at or where it happens to be, or like how do we reconcile that? Because it seems like more like it moves around a ton. Like, I mean, it may start out somewhere, it could go somewhere wildly different. So I don't know how that makes the probability that it's going to stay consistent for the entire day in one of those like descriptions.
You on there, Seb?
Who,
You on
me?
there? Yeah, yeah.
Like
He
a
was.
trend day. So
Yeah.
the whole day. Is
Okay,
now called
trend day. Listen, trend day is anything above 1800 or negative 1800. That's a
for the
fact.
entire day. So if it opens at
Correct.
17,999, the entire day is going to be a trend day, and it won't change
Correct.
at all.
And I'm gonna show you why. Because now you
Okay.
go to the indicator void. Go there
Yeah, yeah.
to the void.
Yeah.
So now you see the void is pushing downward all day. You know what I'm saying? And what's the bottom? I can't really see. Is that ADD? Yes,
Yeah,
that's the
that's
ADD.
ADD.
right?
Yeah, ADD. Yeah.
Okay,
Void
now I
ADD.
see.
You see
Correct.
it now?
So yeah, correct. So today was open at 1800 or close to it.
Yeah,
Right.
1584. Close to it. Yeah,
Correct.
close to it.
But you see that little gap. So we had a couple stocks that went. A lot of stocks went gap. But what happened? Because it was below 1800. That's why we had a gap fill today. It didn't hold that 1800 like yesterday. Yesterday, I think it was the same. No, it was the other day
Right.
where it opened at 1800 and it stayed at 1800. So we didn't have that gap fill. So when you have a lot of stocks that gapped up for the morning and then it gaps fill, it's going to push the whole market down. Do it make sense? I hope I make sense.
So let's find
I
examples
think
like
so.
that.
Yeah.
Let's find examples like that because like today it gapped down. We saw that. I
Yeah.
was showing it. Showing that right here.
All right, so now
It's right here. See
hold
that?
on. Go back to the indicator, right? And I'm gonna show you how a trend day is supposed to look. And go to like the 15-minute chart on your
On the void.
indicators.
On the void.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
All right. So now you look at the void, right? I just want you to concentrate on the void. When you see strong lines down like that, straight down or up, those are trend days. So you have 1, 2, and 3 trend days right there, the red ones.
Right here. Right.
Correct.
So,
And then you look at the ADD and compare it, it was
Mm.
below 1800.
2.
So now you could also look at the top. You
3.
know which one is a trend day. So when the void is like it's pushing upward all day without no interruption, that's a trend day. Does it make sense?
Look at
Yeah.
this.
I mean, I think it does. I'll have to see it in action, but I mean, I guess.
So
you
so
know,
look at this. There's where it closed right here, right? This is 930 right here. So that's 345. So you got a gap right here. It's 602. So it closed at 602, somewhere up in there. So there's a huge gap right here between this level and this level. So when this stock opened up, this opened up at what? 1864, right? Right there?
No, it opened
1813?
up at 930.
Right. But what I'm saying is that there's a gap right here. This huge gap is right here. So the way I look at this is when it was here, they're saying it's a 602 somewhere up in here.
Correct.
And then you have where it opened up here. Then you can see that it went up. So it's
Correct.
above 1826. So right here, you can clearly see that the stock, once it opened up at 930, it went all the way up. This lines up with this, This is June 15th. So if you come to Nas on June 15th, it's gonna be the same exact thing on a 15-minute time frame.
Yes.
June 15th.
I know you got to find that.
Yeah.
But when you look at the indicators like the ADD and the void, you should always look at the indicator and know which days the trend days, which days are the range days or chop days, etc.
Mhm.
I could tell.
Right here.
Correct. Look,
It's
and
right
it pushed
here.
up.
It's right here. You can see it. You can clearly see it. 930 right here. Where's 930? Right in here someplace. Right, 930. Right. It's right there. Bullish. Right in here. Boom.
Yeah.
So then if I go
and,
to
I
the
mean,
indicators.
and by the way, you were about to go into, so I didn't mean to derail
No,
you.
you're
'cause
good.
you were
You're
about
good.
to
You're
talk
good.
about like expectations for tomorrow. But yeah, if you look at that, if you go back to where your line was, it's
Which
a
one?
very, very slight snapshot of a leading indicator because it goes up pretty quickly after, right? But it only gives you like a minute or two of like a snapshot of where I mean, to me, it's sentiment. I mean, the ADD is sentiment. So you're getting a snapshot with 90 seconds to lead of like where overall sentiment is in, I think ADD
For the
is
day, yeah.
NYSE, right? So
For
it's
the day.
NYSE sentiment.
Correct. So like for the day, like when the market opened today, right? It was go over there. Can you go to the same day that
You
we
mean
traded
today?
today?
Yeah, today.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you how I read it, right? And then okay, so see if you can go to the 1 minute on today's, and I'll tell you how I read it, and then just push back to the beginning. And I'll tell you exactly how I do it.
That's today, 9:30 right there.
Okay, that's 9:30, right? Oh,
Yeah,
I
right,
can't see the
yeah.
top. I can't see the top. Okay, so right, so the ADD open up, right? It was at what 1800s, or it was like 1700s,
Right, something like
1600s.
that. Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Correct. So when it opened up, I put on the chat, hey, listen, we have a bullish trend day. That's what we could have in the beginning of the day. That's what I thought it was going to happen, which it did.
It did,
It
right.
blew up to the upside. You could have
Right.
catch a quick trade because you're thinking, you know what? It's not going to close the gap if we keep pushing until the 1800s and hold, right? But then the market started switching on when it reached the highs. It started switching, and then you see the red candle going downwards. If you look at the void, you see how
So Jay, I just want to see like if you basically just for everybody watching, if you go back to that, just to
Back to
prove
here.
that there is like you can literally see on the 9:30 what is the opening and
Yeah,
even that
get real
closing. Like
close
there's
to
a
it.
few candles. There's basically like you get 2 or 3 minutes to enter that. Like I just wanted to show that.
Correct.
I mean, I think everyone was doing that this morning. I don't know if everybody on the call was following that, but I definitely saw that, and there definitely was like a minute or two, like heads up. Basically, it was a leading indicator for 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, when the stock market opens at like 1600, 1800, we're pushing up. Now, if it holds that 1800, that we don't know until we actually see it. So you know, for the beginning of the market, it's gonna push up. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna push up forever. That's what we gotta see the advance and decline in the volume. Advance and decline on the volume, the void. That needs to be pushing up quickly. If that don't push up quickly, then we're not trending. So like today, that line, if that line didn't push up quickly, the void, the indicator with the ADD is not going to hold 1600 or 1800. Do I make sense?
Yep,
I
I
hope I
think
make
so. Yeah.
sense. Yeah, the void needs to shoot up like a rocket for the ADD to stay at the 1800 level. Do that make sense?
Yeah, because it's essentially sentiment would be like anything else. It's near its edges, right? So it's near its top like resistance bands or however you want to look at it. Like it's near,
Yeah.
and it's tough to stay on the edges. And the only thing that would keep it there would be like that other indicator would have to be rising dramatically to keep it up that high, basically, right?
Hey Jay, can you go back to the to your other two indicators?
This one.
Yeah, so like okay, right? When it go to the today's day, so you can see the void.
You want to go to 1 minute?
Okay, look now. No, that's fine. I could explain that. Now, if you look at it, right? Okay, you got the ADD down. Okay, see, it pushed up. You see, so right there, right? It pushed up in the beginning, but look at the void. The void was flat. When the ADD was bullish, the void was flat and was ready to go down, was pushing downward. So that was selling pressure. So that's the reason why we filled the gap and we trended downward all day. That was a simple move. that make sense? So you go look at the 24. Look at the 24,
Mhm.
right? And then you look at the ADD, right? It open up the 24. It's like, hold on, we traded the, yeah, the 29. Go, yeah, the 24 right there, right here. Okay, you look at the ADD, right? It open up in the same, almost the same area. But look at the void. It shot up. It was pushing. And there was a lot of buying pressure on the void. That gave you indication that we were going to trend all day.
What is the void?
It's up volume versus down volume.
Oh, okay. Follows basically upsell. Okay. So wouldn't you add the tick in all this or just ADD in the void?
I use the tick, but the tick is only a short term indicator. So
Okay.
that's why I don't really recommend it if you don't really know how to use it.
Thank you.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could probably read a tick at like real low, like 1,000 ticks, but you might thinking like that's a buying opportunity. It's probably not, you know? So you got to make sure. So
Jay, yeah, I mean, and just back to you, because I think before I got us on this, you were going to talk about like what you were going to look ahead for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so my thing is I like to do the 15-minute time frame, but I mean I know some people like to do the 3 and 1 minute. And I mean the indicator works like wonders on the lower time frames, like 3 minute, 5 minute.
yeah,
So go ahead. So my
so
thing
I could
was
show a couple trades. How I do it is I have 3 screens, right? I have my void, my ADD,
right.
and it correct. So that's the 1 minute. And I
Yeah,
use the 1 minute with the 15-minute when it comes to the multi candles. You need that because
yeah.
the 1 minute is going to confuse you. It pops up, pops down. So you got to make sure you're going with the trend. Can you do the 15-minute?
Yeah.
And then go to the 1 minute. And
On
I
the
show
void.
you guys how. Yeah, the void and you have
Let me take these off.
multi time frame candles in the ADD, or you can't do it because
Yeah.
that's an indicator. That's a problem. All right, but I use an example with the void. That's fine because you can't use that multi time frame with that indicator with the ADD. You actually have to use the symbol. Do it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so during the 1 minute. So basically, what I'm looking for is the 15-minute time frame when it start moving to a different direction with the 1 minute on the same time. I want the ADD, I want the void to follow together as one. That's when I'm entering my direction of trade. Do I make sense?
Repeat it
You
again.
guys, I mean, so both the ADD and the void has to be together as one, following the same direction my buyer's trade is. Do I make sense?
So let's see. So let's look at what happened today, because it's perfect day. Today was perfect. Like
Yeah,
whoever
today
caught
was
this trade,
perfect.
whoever caught this trade exactly knew what they were doing when it came to this level here. This was a tank day right here. So on 15,
Correct.
so how this I got in buys in here. But once I
Correct.
saw, like we were saying earlier, once you saw that resistance up here, then
Yeah.
you knew you were golden up here
Correct.
someplace, you know.
Correct.
But like you said, it opened up here, then it found that resistance, and then it shot right down. So the
Mhm.
ADD is going down, and then here's the void. The void's going down too, right around
Correct.
9:30. See, so that's a sentiment.
Should we look at the UVXY or the VIX with all this at the same time or
No, I
not?
don't
Not
use the
really?
VIX. No, the
All right.
VIX don't matter. The VIX is basically it's like a fear factor. Like, you know, so if the VIX blows up to like high 20s, high 30s, it could be more like a big dip, like a bearish market. When
Okay.
the VIX goes down, it's basically the market's steady, everybody's buying stock, people feel comfortable. That's all the VIX is.
No,
Okay.
I completely agree. But if I see a 1% move in the VIX all of a sudden, then I know if I'm in calls, I better get the hell out because it might kill me.
Yeah.
Right. So just from my ignorance, what do you guys do for a living? Like you're teaching this. I just want to know your how long you guys been doing this? How did you discover this? And
I
et
discovered
cetera,
from
you know,
Seb, man. I have a long story, but Seb, I've been training for 3 years. I taught math, the highest algebra, college, calculus, theory, number theory, and trading. You know, it's numbers, numbers, theory, probability. I did all that stuff. You know, if Y, then this. I have a degree in math. I do IT. So this Forex stuff is like geek stuff to me. It's like numbers. It's like when you use fibs, you know, you got the Fibonacci. Some people don't even know what Fibonacci is. They just say, oh, it's Fibonacci sequence, but they don't know where it came from. The perfect image, the perfect face, you know, all these things come back around. My journey was 3 years trading, teaching, and now I can understand how it works because at first I didn't. It's just mathematics. Most people are just regular people. They don't understand the technical talk behind it, everything else. So for me personally, it was a matter of putting everything together. And now Seb brings this into the picture. To me, I understand how it moves now. I understand how they have the 4-hour confluences. I understand FEGs. To me, I know order blocks, institutional money, but I understand how all that stuff works now. It's all numbers. Really, it's all numbers, probability. It's like weather. What's tomorrow's weather going to be? You know. So
Correct. That's what it is.
yeah.
So that's why I say it's a sentiment tool. You know, if the market opens at between 500 stocks going up and down, you know the market don't want to move. It's basically a neutral market. So
Okay.
there's a big chance you could lose money.
So here's a question: how do we
Yeah.
trade it tomorrow? That's what I want to know. How do we trade NAS tomorrow? Like that's what I want to know. So we
Okay.
could use this. So there's people that's call like saying, what the hell does that mean? Well, you can look at this whole thing we're seeing and I'll record it. I got to record it. I'll play it back, give it to you guys. But you can
Yeah.
get in NAS tomorrow. How do we look at NAS? I want to know how can I trade NAS? Let's break that down for tomorrow.
Okay. Okay. So basically, this is what I do, right? 99% of all traders lose money.
Right.
And the reason why is because they need to understand how the market moves daily. So if it's a chop day, you don't want to trade those markets. If it's a small little chop day and the market just bouncing back and forth with small little range, like a $2 range, big chance you'll lose money. You'll probably wait for the sweep, and then you get the FVG, you enter, and it goes against you. Because we're chopping, we're not trending. Do that make sense?
Yeah.
So if the ADD is like around 500, if you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be trading that day.
Right.
So you want to trade volatility. You need the market to make moves. So if the market doesn't make moves, you'll just be stuck in a trade going back and forth, and you're going to lose premium and you're going to get stopped out in your positions. So the ADD tells you and the void tells you which day of the market is going to be. Like, so I'll give you an example. Like if the market is going to open up at 1800, I left the notes. You got the notes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I put that on.
And when you finish, I got something to show them. It's gonna blow their mind. But go ahead.
All right, yeah, put the notes in the middle because I can't even see that.
Can you see it here? Can you see it there?
Yeah, okay, there you go. Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
So let's say the market opens at 1800. Your expectation should be like, damn, I should be making at least 20%, 30%, depending what options are you playing. So I don't know how you guys trade, but when it's 1800, negative or plus, I'm like, oh, that's a good day. That's a big money day. I'm definitely going to buy push, or calls depending when how the ADD tells me it's a bullish day or a bearish day. Or you guys got that?
So
So
Yep.
that's the first step, right? What happened if it opens at 1,000? That's a trading day. You'll be like, you know what? It's the market's still going to move, but it hasn't. It really doesn't have that much direction. So it still could be a bullish range day or a bearish range day. So as you can see it right here, 1,000 minus 1,000 plus. It's a range day. Expectations, sweep tops and bottoms. So you could play the liquidity sweeps that Matt is talking about. So those days, there's plenty of liquidity sweeps. So the market is going to hit the tops, it's going to hit the bottom. It's not going into like a real direction. It's consolidation, basically.
right, consolidation, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I mean that's great stuff because that's what I kept asking Matt for. Like he doesn't seem to recognize
Correct.
these
He
days
doesn't do
that
that.
are better.
So
Because we're with us trying, and maybe it's because it's second nature to him or whatever else. I don't. Doesn't matter the reasons. Like for those of us like me that I'm trying to master and learn the LQ sweep or at least get like relatively competent at it. And like this idea that there's some days that I need to recognize are going to be good ones, like I keep calling it, fertile ground, right? To run the LQ sweep. It's like, I need
Yes.
to know if that's actually true. And he, I don't know, he doesn't answer that. He thinks that maybe he
Correct.
can, I don't know. So that's
Yes,
good to know. If
because
that's a good guide, I'll test that out.
and so that's what I'm telling you. Like liquidity sweeps, they work wonders, and they are perfect setups. I mean, I love it. I love liquidity sweeps, but those trades only work in the 1,800 and the 1,000 range. When the market is between 500, those liquidity sweeps, I ain't gonna work. Those are not gonna work. You're gonna lose your money.
Right. Okay.
right.
Because it's small
Especially
little
no matter
ranges.
what, especially beginner intermediates, maybe everybody, but like, yeah.
Like today, right? One guy was like, okay, there's a liquidity sweep down in the bottom, right? He was looking for some level. I forgot what level it was. But he was like, okay, I'm gonna go get some liquidity sweep at this level, wait for displacement and blah blah. The steps that Matt teaches. And then I'm like, no, you don't want to do that. We're in a trend day. You don't want to play counter attacks on trades, like counter trades. So even the market goes down, you don't want to on the trend day. You don't want to get the bottom, try to catch the bottom because you're gonna get smoked. We're trending.
Smoked,
We're not.
smoked.
We're not ranging. That's the difference. So the first thing you need to do is you gotta look at the ADD and realize, okay, are we trending today? Let me look at my notes. Are we ranging today or are we chopping today? Now, if we're chopping, I recommend you shouldn't
You
trade
don't,
at all.
yeah, you don't
Shut
enter,
up.
you don't enter consolidation markets. That's the worst thing you can
Correct.
do. Never enter the consolidation market. You'll get burned every
Correct.
time. Yeah,
You get burned.
hell
So
yeah.
especially with liquidity sweep or grabbing fair value gaps, you don't want to do that on a chop market. That's the worst thing you could do.
And
So
would you also say that news, like a news day, would you say
yes,
that you
don't trade
still could
that
read the
either.
data, or would you also avoid that
I
altogether?
wouldn't trade that either.
Because today was a news day though. With I mean,
It was,
maybe if
yeah,
you consider the
yeah.
10 a.m. consumer.
Yeah, but I'm talking
was.
about like real news, like
Federal,
the
Powell
federal debt.
speaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Farm
federal rates.
payroll.
Correct. Not a little baby news. Because we get news every day. Just you see those notes, that's what you need to know. So on a trend day, you should be like, okay, I'm looking for liquidity sweep and I'm gonna hold it longer to because the expectations of the day, it's a trend day. When it's
And
around
Jay,
our
how often are you running the LQ sweep, or out of your, like, what percent of your trades would you say are that versus other?
me,
No. Well, I know.
Well,
Well, yeah, I guess both of you.
I
Yeah.
use LK Suites, but I just don't use that. I use like everything. I was telling you, you
Correct.
have to use. I use supportive resistance, trend lines, everything. Like LQ sweep. I think people are getting too caught up on. I need to see the LQ sweep. I need to see this. I need to see this. Okay, well, if you don't see that, what else are you gonna do? Okay, you don't have to trade the market. Some people can trade consolidated markets and do well. Not me personally, but I use sweeps. I use order blocks. I use everything. I mean, I use all of the weapons that I can get to help me win the trade. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. So me, I'm like Matt. When it comes to liquidity sweep, I
at
take
this.
one trade,
Look at this. Let me show you
and
something.
then go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, go ahead. You got it. You got it.
Oh, so that day is perfect. You see
So-
the ADD, it blew up, it was nice gap up, right? And then look at that. The void pushes up all day. And
So
that's the reason why the ADD
look at this.
stayed above 1800. Look, nice trend up. So right there, you could buy the first, if you understand how market internals work, you would have taken the first,
Just a second.
fair value gap. You would have taken that. I would have taken that. That's an easy trade.
What
So is
I'm
this-
going to show you? I want to show you this one. Hold on a second. Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm showing you something. I'm just working on something. But go ahead. Whoever wants to speak, you got to go ahead.
No, my question was, is this just relative to indices or is this?
Well, this is what
all instruments?
this is going to work for everything because it's really for stocks and indices. But I'm one of those cats that like to go deep in the trenches. And I was checking it with gold, and it was the same way. Ethereum opens a certain way, so it does work for other things. It's just the void is when the market's open, and then behind over here is when it's closed behind the scenes. But the market's still open. But people are like, well, how does it work for Ethereum? I'm gonna backtest this for Ethereum. I backtest it for gold, and it works. It just I gotta tweak it a little bit, but it works. It works.
So I use it just for the S&P 500,
Yeah,
for the NASDAQ, for the Dow Jones, and the Russell. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, does the market internals work on big stocks like Apple, Amazon, Netflix? Yes, it does.
So take a look at this for a second. I just want to show you, like, this is like gold. I mean, I
Yes.
can't thank this dude enough. Sevis, this is gold, man. Let me tell you why it's gold. Because look at this. This is June 22nd, which was Wednesday of last week, right? So if you go
Yeah.
over to you go over here, let's look for June 22nd. Everything lined up perfectly. Let me look for a 15-minute time frame. June 22nd. June 22nd at 9 o'clock, which is right. Where's my line right there, right? Look at this. I can't make this stuff up. So I'm just gonna go. All I need is 3 screens. I could just freak one pair. You see me freak GJ, killing that thing. So okay, you do not. So I'm just gonna kill Nas sweep. So look at this. This buy signal right here. You can take these indicators off. All these indicators here are just confluences. Yeah, the screen's colorful, this and that, yada yada yada. But look at this. Look at this. Look where that level is right there. Look at this right there. You see right there, basic naked chart. This is support right here. This is support all day, every day. Everyone could see that. Anyone that knows that is support right there. Boom. So let me move 930 right there. Look at that. So this is telling me, I'm gonna put my man here. My man telling me, you know, I'm hopping right here. Look at that right there. I'm hopping right here where my man is. Right here, boom. And it lines up with everything. That's cool. My man doesn't want to get there. Anyway, so you got that right there. Let me get that arrow right there. The other arrow here. Okay, right there. Boom. All right. So 930, it's going up. This would have been, how many pips is this? Because I can't get mad at no one that they grabbed these pips right here. What is that? That's like 270 pips. That's you won. I can't complain about that. So that's here on one chart, right? I go over here, the same movement, right? You see that gap right there? It closed, the market
Correct.
closed. Market closed at 345. So the gap right here. This whole thing is a gap. Had to fill. It filled that gap. Not all the way, but over here it did. But I got enough volume going this way, so it's going up. That's two charts. One, I got to buy. If I was on a call, we were on a live call, we all would have won this trade. All of us would have won. You don't need no signals, nothing. And then you come
Every
over here to
single
the
one.
void. Look at the void. Boom. There's the gap down and it opened up down here, negative. It has to come up, has to recover. So it recovered, and that's when it goes going up. That's how I look at that. That's 3 trades. So now if you come over here, you can do gold too. This is what I was saying. Let me go to gold. Look at gold. Look at gold. That's gold here, right? So gold is going down. We can pick any day. Look at it. If you pick this day right here, this is randomly pick gold right here. What day is this? This is tank right here. The tank, it tanked right here. So what day is that?
I never use gold.
But check this
my
out.
internals.
Check it out. Let me show you how you can freak this. 9:30. 9:30 is right there, right? June 27th, 9:30, right? June 27th, 9:30. Remember that day. June 27th, 9:30. Let's go 15-minute time frame and look. June 27th, 9:30. Let's see if we can find it. June 27th, 9:30. Over here someplace. Right? June 27th, 9:30. Right? You can't make this stuff up, man. Look at this. June 27th, 9:30 is right here, right? So over in here.
Yeah.
20, right? Somewhere when it opened up, but you see that it finally went down right here around 9:30, 28th, the
Yeah.
28th. But you see what I'm saying? These follow the same rules. This downtrend here
So
is this.
like
Oh, this one over here, 28th, sorry. Right here someplace. But you can see it's going down. So you could have gotten a trade here in New York and held this trade all the way down over here. So you could have held this trade, this continuation, this move your stop loss down. That's how you could use the ADD to swing trade. You could get your little trades here, but look at this.
yeah, the ADD is powerful.
It is. You can jump in here, right? That's your, what is this? This is your take profit down here. Look at that. That's like with 3 to 1. Look at this. That's a 10 to 1 trade. That's 16 to 1. Who gets 16 to 1 on gold? Nobody does.
Yeah.
Not all the time. That's 16 to 1. You can put a 0.1 on thing and you would have won for the day based on all this information. Look at that. This whole trade right here is down. This is down. This is the indicator that's down. And you can slap the indicators on here. And I bet you any amount of money, you'll get sell signals popping up the place, higher highs, higher lows, all kind of crap. Look at this. You can't make this up. Sell, sell, sell. You got the 4-hour FVG. You cannot make this up. This is a winning system. Now I know people say, well, I don't know. I'm still new, but trust me, I'm gonna show you it's a winning system. When you see the next post this week, I'm gonna show you exactly. You just showed you how gold works. Gold works with this. It's the same thing. You can come with Ethereum. It's the same exact thing.
There's a lot of gold companies and
Look at this.
silver companies, precious metals, and the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, all that.
Look at this.
That's part of
Look at this.
Nasdaq.
Look at
and S&P
Ethereum.
500.
Look at this Ethereum. This is a 15-minute time frame on Ethereum. Look at this. I mean, I know crypto's tanking, but look at this right here.
Yeah, I don't do crypto, so.
But it works the same way. It works the same exact way. Look at this. It hit up here, right? You just got to get the levels correct. So what happened when this hit here, what? At 15, what happened? It came up here and it made a little high up here, right? And what happened? Then it tanked. Right at 9:30. This is 9:30 bell right here.
It's because crypto be following the markets anyways.
It does. So look at that. It's the same
Right.
thing.
That's my thinking in terms of like, I struggle with this a little bit because I think like, what would be the point of, because I think when it's working well across a number of targets.
Right.
But what would be the point in trying to spread your attention thin to like, yes, portfolio theory, plant more seeds, like make more trades. Like it seems to me like specializing on one target,
Right,
like for me, NAS 100 is more powerful. Just like put all your dough in that and concentrate on that. Cause like, and I know in the channel, a lot of people like to do different ones and whatever, but like, if it's working well on a particular day, like Seb just said, it's like, okay, well, oh, look at that. And it also S&P and like, this is not, but you got to be on one, I think, to be most effective, unless you have a team of interns studying this for you and placing trades.
So this is what we need to do. This is what I've been saying since day one. There's got to be a set of people that are looking at certain pairs. There shouldn't be no reason why you should not be killing it with 5, 10K, 15K. You should be no way you should be flipping $200, $300, $400, $500 days. There's no way you should not be doing that. My opinion. But
well, that's why I was saying, like, I don't know that there's enough chatter, but like, I think that like the Discord server should be by target asset, right? So everybody's concentrating on that same chart, that same asset versus, we got like, oh, check out this NASDAQ level. And then the next two things are, oh, just crossed it on BTC. Oh, and ETH2, 3X here. It's just like a lot of noise. But I mean, it is also tough to like really make it organized if there's not enough chatter on one. But that's just, I'm super biased, like to just trying to do NAS 100, like just like Matt does. So
Me
No,
posting,
just stick to like my best recommendation is just stick to the index, trade your options there, learn how the markets work, and you'll be fine. You'll make a lot of money. Like you
Yeah.
don't know, you don't need to be jumping like to crypto, to forex, to options, then to futures, then jump into the yen
pick one,
and the euro.
pick
Like
NAS.
that's why
NAS pays
people
out.
NAS, S&P 500, the Dow Jones,
Yeah.
the most liquidity assets there are is the S&P 500.
yeah,
So
I
like,
totally agree. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd make the entire server around NAS 100 only, or at least only the indices. I mean, maybe if there's other people on the call that like they're huge on one or the other or multiple, like state the case for it. I guess you're not here to kind of like there's
US 30.
probably some good counterpoints, and I know it's useful to look at the tools across because then you can say, oh wow, look, it works here, like it shows the power and the range of the tools. But for practical executing trading, I think it's better to just be really concentrated. But that's just what I'm trying to learn and pick up.
and you know what?
Quinn.
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's a dude down in Miami. I can't remember what his name is. His name is he's over the Q, I think. He's crushing US 30. That's what he does. He's
Q Bank, brother.
Q Banks is crushing US 30. He doesn't give a fuck about nothing else but US 30. He crushes US 30. He's killing it.
It doesn't matter. That's it.
Yeah,
You
so
only
you can
need
pick
one
US
thing.
30, one thing, pick US 30 and crush it. I just found out you can do mini US 30 on KTOX, which is not as heavy, but US 30 is it. So it's like, what one do you pick? You pick NAS, you pick JUR 30, you pick, Russell. All the indices work the same way. Me personally, I rather just trade indices. Indices pay out. The other ones are DJ does here and there and crypto, but this thing's perfect for stocks. Like you said, and indices. NAS US 30 is it. I might just stop trading GJ and just go straight to US 30 and say the hell with them other people, man.
Oh, I just want to tell the guys a strategy, right? When the ADD, right, it's going to be a chop day. The market's not going to move. You could sell options.
Yeah,
that day. You know what? It's kind of risky. There's no movement. The market's flat. Let me go sell some credit spreads. Could go call credit spreads, put credit spreads, and make money on a chop day, and you don't even have to trade.
Look at this. Look how beautiful this is.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot, Seb. I think that like the basically the 500, in the 500, negative 500 to positive 500, either sit it out, for me, for beginners, like, or intermediate or whatever.
Look at this.
Or, I do kind of like that bet of basically you're betting on low movement. You're betting on it not reaching some of those. So you could do a spread or something like that.
Look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Look how it looks. This is like a mirror image of this. This is perfect. You can't beat this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna kill this.
So okay, I'm gonna tell you guys how I do my screen, right? So on my right side, I have 3 screens. I have 2 on the left, 1 on the right. I took a lot of pictures and I sent it to the chat, right? So I have my ADD and my void in one side and my chart in the right side. Okay, that's how I do it. I know how people do it, but I want to. So go to the void. Go to the void for a second.
You see it?
Yeah, I can't really see. I only see the ADD. I don't want to see the ADD. I'm going to tell you why for a second. Go to the void.
I'm on it now.
Okay, yeah, go down, all the way down. I don't want to see the ADD. All right, so now go to the ticker symbol and pull pull ADD And then I want you to use the multi-time frame candles on it.
I got the multi-time. I got the
And
multi-time.
yeah, but not on the ADD. That's
mean
the
down here?
problem. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but I want it on the ADD.
You don't want it on the empty, you don't want it on the void?
No, I want it in the ADD. But you
Uh,
could just change the symbol ticker
Oh, you
to
mean over here?
ADD. No, just change it
Oh,
to
you
the
mean, you mean over here? Hold on. Down
you
here, you
basic
mean?
not that. I don't care about that. No, just go to the ticker symbol and put ADD. And erase your
Yeah.
void.
All the way up top where you got void at.
Correct.
He's saying to the left.
Top
of the
left.
1 minute.
Don't, I mean over here?
Like change the
Oh.
chart.
Bold
Yeah,
and blue.
just change the symbol to ADD.
Right above that. Where
Up
void
here?
is.
Void on us. Oh, you mean here?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean up here?
Yeah, just change it to put ADD. I click on that.
Oh, you mean this? Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, click on that. Right now,
Okay,
turn on your multi-time frame.
it's on.
Okay, yeah. Make sure it's at 15 minutes. The multi-time frame candles, yes. Put it 15 minute and then put in the 1 minute.
Put this in 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay.
So now I want you go zoom in to the chart. I want people to see the movement of the ADD. So now you're going to see the ADD in the 1 minute and in the 15-minute chart all together as one. So you see how at 12 o'clock, if you go to 12 o'clock, no, yeah, turn around, keep going to the right. You see 12 o'clock right there. You see how the 15 minutes started turning green? That tells me the market is going to make a little push up. I'm thinking about buying some calls there. Because the 1 minute and the ADD at the same time and the 15 minute, not that one. I'm just paying attention to that one chart. So the ADD, the 15 minute and the 1 minute all going together as one. That's my call. I'm looking at calls. Even though it's on a downtrend, I might do like a 5% win on just that move. Do that make sense?
Yeah, I follow that. But
But you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Because on the 1 minute, you could get confused. You could get shaked off your trade.
yeah, it's a powerful tool here, man.
Yeah, go to the top. Go to the top. Push it down. So you look at it, the beginning of the day. See how it opened up green. Yeah, push your chart down. I can't really see it. Yeah, there you go. It opened up green on the 15 minute. The 1 minute was catching up to the 15-minute candle. And then it started turning red, the 15-minute candle. So you should have been cautious that maybe the ADD wasn't going to continue uptrending.
Right.
And look at that. You had the 15-minute candle all day going down, even though the 1 minute ADD was moving back and forth. You see, you could follow the trend all day. It's crazy. I'm telling you, this ADD is the real deal. So,
It is. I agree.
so
I agree.
anybody got questions or anything?
Deep, man. It's deep.
Yeah, it is.
Deep.
Yeah,
What's the
I
name
got a
of
question.
the
Go-
indicator for ADD you have? For the market internals, I mean.
Yeah, the market internals. What was the question?
The indicator that you're using down there. MI?
This one here.
What am I?
This
Yeah.
one here from Makito.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
thanks.
Can you see that? Yeah. The video is being recorded, so I'm going to post it in the link chat so you can. I'll have to record it. I'll just upload it to YouTube or something, and then just give the
Yeah.
link.
So I don't use the indicator. I actually just type in the symbol. So when you go to the multi on the trading view, there's this little section where you have multiple screens. I just actually type in the ADD and the void, and then I put my indicator with it, the multi-time frame candles. That's how I do it. You know, I don't really use the indicator because then I can't use the multi-time frame candles.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a 2-pane. You do a double pane on one view, and you just have the ADD and the VOLD, and you put the indicator, you put the multi-time frame indicator on both of those, and you choose 15 for the setting on the indicator, and then you choose the 1 minute time
Correct.
frame. You choose
Correct.
the 1 minute time frame for the chart settings on TradingView itself.
Correct. So I have
Okay,
3
great, yeah.
screens in one screen. So it splits into 3, and then I don't actually use the market internal indicator. I actually use the symbol itself. Yes, because if you use that indicator that Jay has, I can use multi-time frame candles on top of an indicator. So that's the reason I have to do it the other way. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Now on that ADD chart that you have,
Like, yes, the one
at
he
the
has
top
right
of
now, he can use the multi-time frame candles.
that makes sense. But if we go back to ADD and if we do the 15 and the 1 minute, if you draw a line across the top of that, is that the same level as the indicator, the market indicator level below? So you see how that's 19, what does it say? 1965?
1965. It's probably around there.
So would that be the same
Yeah,
level?
it is. You see,
that was the
someone's been
market
there.
indicator?
Yeah, it is. See,
No, it's the same thing. The problem is you can't put an indicator on top of indicator.
Right.
And that market internal indicator is an indicator. So you can't put the multi-time frame candles with that indicator.
Which makes sense.
It has to
So
be
you
in a
have the
regular chart.
ADD. So you have the ADD, the VOLD, and then you have the multi-time frame candles, and then you're actually looking at the chart on your 3 screens.
Correct. Just like the
Okay.
chart on top.
yeah, you just need. The way I look at it, the way I'm doing it is, I got the chart. I got a chart with all the indicators on there. I got a chart
Uh-huh.
with the regular chart you have there, and the AD on here, and then over here I have a VOLD.
You know what? I'm gonna send you a picture, Jay. Maybe you could put it on the
Yeah,
on your video.
yeah. We do that.
Can you do that?
Send me
Yeah,
a picture.
thanks for recording this, by the way. Thanks for
Yes.
recording and posting. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, send me a picture. Send it to the chat right now, and I'll just
Yeah,
bring the chat window over.
I'm gonna send it to you
Send it right now. I'll just bring the screen over so you can see it.
yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right now.
And
Hold on.
this is a plug for the community, but this community is dope as hell. I don't know if people know about this. I'm not saying that yeah or nay. Like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't tell people what to do, but this
Yes,
community
correct.
is dope as hell. I kid you not. I don't know. I know it's like, oh, it's this, that, whatever, and the other, but this community is dope as hell. I'm just telling you because I've been a part of it since like last year, and this community is dope as hell. I kid you not. I mean, people are like, oh, it's expensive, blah blah, yada yada yada. But hey, you know what? You can go out to the dinner, spend $200 on food, whatever else, whole month, $1,000. That'd be a lifetime membership right here.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Hey, I
that's not
will
a that's
send
not
you
a
the
sell.
picture.
Yeah, send me a
I
picture
sent-
right into the right now. Can
I
you put it
sent-
in the chat right here?
Oh, I sent it to your a message DMs.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
here. No, you good. Right here. Okay, this one.
Yeah,
If I
click
see
it
that,
up.
let me open it up a little bit so you can see it. If I
Yeah,
see that,
open that up.
yeah, there you go.
You
Oh, he
see
got
how
like
I
that.
do it?
Okay, yeah, I got like that. Okay, that's cool.
That was just on my phone just now, so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. That's cool though.
But
I
you
gotta
see
get.
how I do it?
Yeah,
So-
I gotta get more. Yeah, go ahead.
If you expand it, right? Now you're gonna see multi-time frame candles on both my indicators.
Oh
So
yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm looking at the turn. You see how it made the turn? That's when I posted, hey, I'm gonna buy some calls.
Mm.
And I bought some calls and I made like I think it was like 10%.
Yeah, that's
or
good,
some
man.
shit.
Can't beat that. 10%'s good. You can't beat that, right?
But that was on my phone, so I mean that's a bad picture.
Yeah, it's still good. I mean, they get the idea of it though.
Yeah, so that's how I do it.
I got that.
So
So anybody got any questions, or I know we've been on here till 9:30, but anybody? Because this is it. You know, one thing I found that when I was first learning how to trade, nobody asked questions. They're like, oh well, they're afraid or else. This is an environment that people ask questions because that's how I learned. No questions dumb. Trust me.
yeah,
I used to ask dumb questions. I thought were dumb, and they were like, this ain't dumb, man, because you don't know the basics. Now you learn it, and you can do this. This is like to me, it's like market makers. This is like my man Aaron was saying, like more or less, you know, Bloomberg terminals. There's a
yeah,
way to find out. What if you had a way to find out what they were thinking? They meaning the banks. You know, the
yeah,
banks can push money down $10,000, 10 million, whatever, 20 million,
yeah.
that type of thing. You know, so
Well, I mean, one of
And
the things that I was thinking about and, just concentrating on the LQ sweep, right, out of Matt's course, right? Like thinking about that one.
yeah,
One of the underpinnings to that, at least as he describes, if I have it correctly, is that it's a little bit counter to all of the very well established, 101 tactics from retail traders. And it's going against that to purposefully, grab that liquidity. And then, basically it kind of goes counter to all those classical things that they might be looking at, breakouts, head and shoulders, whatever it might be, right? So
correct.
what's stopping? Why is the LQ sweep immune to that? Why wouldn't the market makers also, if LQ sweep becomes popular enough, or maybe it already is it's not like smart money concepts aren't popular as well. What's stopping LQ sweep from being a target and like a, of market makers, and what makes it immune to that? Like why wouldn't that tactic be?
So basically, big banks, they know people stops. They actually see it. Like TD Ameritrade could see everybody stops. Fidelity could see everybody stops and take profits.
yeah,
So how do they get liquidity? By pushing the market to the stops. Once it gets to the stops, boom, they just stopped everybody. They grab all those liquidity because they were selling the stops, right? They were getting off the market. Somebody got to sell it. So they were buying it off, and then they push the market to the direction they need to go. That's why the liquidity sweeps really works.
So do you see that working? Do you guys believe, I mean, you've been doing it a lot longer, like, do you really think that these things continue to work, or do they like have a shelf life? Do they get stale after 3, 6,
No,
9
no,
months, 18
no,
months, or do they really
no. It should
repeat
be
forever?
happening for years.
this been happening for years. You can go back and back test this. Like this is a 1 minute time frame. You can go back. We can spend the next 2 hours back testing this to 2020, and you'll see the same exact thing over and over again. It's the same pattern. Same pattern. You see the
I've been
same
using,
pattern.
yeah, I've been using market internals for like 15 years.
Yeah.
No,
It's just
hey, look, I want things to last forever. I was just, when I ask some, friends who are more on the institutional side, or they used to do like trading, they would say that like, and maybe this is at a different scale, right? Like, or a different context, but they would say like, once something worked, like by the time they would work their ass off on finding a technique that would work, and then that would get quickly arbitraged away. Like there wasn't much runway. There wasn't much like room to then really exploit it. But that's with much, much bigger dollars and consolidated accounts and blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But like, I was just wondering, is retail subjected to the same like, shelf life, or does it get stale very fast? So it sounds like no, which is a good thing for all of us, because if you're going to invest all this time to learn overall or learn particular techniques, that would really suck if they had a short shelf life and got stale really quickly, right?
yeah. No,
So
this,
the reason it works so well, right? The liquidity sweep is because it's like a 3-step process for one trade. You're looking for the lows, and then once the lows touches the lows, then you're looking for a displacement. And then the fair value gaps develops, right? You put your stops right behind the candle, and it touches fair value gap. And if it goes against you, you're stopped out. And if it goes in your position, you make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So at least it has structure. That liquidity sweep is the real deal. I use it all the time. It's like smart money concept is the real deal with market internals. You gotta use both. Market internals is smart money concepts
Right.
because
just to-
you could drive
I
a
wanna-
Jaguar or you could drive a Ferrari, but if you don't know about the engine and how it's performing and what does the engine in? Need some good oil and it's make sure that everything's all tight perfectly and the cylinders are running in the engine, right? You need all that working. The
So
market internals are telling you that.
so
So
tomorrow.
obviously we'll do a check on internals in the like the open tomorrow. But I mean,
Yes.
we're really we're sitting at, to me, when I'm holding a hammer, that hammer is called, or I'm holding a broom, and it's meant to do an LQ sweep, so everything looks sweepable to me, right? When you're holding a hammer, everything looks like a nail. That's where I am. I think we're in a massive like sweep territory to the upside because we've now hammered through a few levels that were like areas of interest that were sweepable. So, but how are you guys? I mean, obviously we check internals, but like, would you react to that, or do you think there's like I'm trying to force it, like just see how it plays
Let
out?
it happen. Let the
Just
trade
listening-
happen. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Aaron.
just
So
listening to
like
you,
the market ended
it's-
at what level?
Go ahead, Aaron.
Hold on real quick, Seth. So
Go
I
ahead.
want to ask a little bit because it sounds like you're a little bit newer of a trader, which is cool and it's good that you're asking questions. But it sounds like you're looking for like some certainty, and sometimes you can't always get that from the market, right? So you got to look and see what the market is going to do, and then jump in accordingly. So I think initially as a newer trader, you want a certainty there, and that's part of the psychology piece. Is that nothing's for certain. Basically, you got to flow with the market. You have to be able to sort of see what the market is doing and then get in accordingly. So for some of those things, these are basically all tools, and these are great tools, and especially some of the things that Dyna provides within the platform. There are a lot of tools, but once again, these are still tools, and you have to go according to what the market is doing. And liquidity, the market makers are the ones that are doing that. That's why it lasts so long. So yes, there are a lot of strategies out there. Sometimes there's bots out there, things like that will wind up getting mixed or axed once enough people get on it. But with liquidity, the market makers are constantly doing it. That's why it has worked so long. Does that make sense?
Smart money
Yeah, for sure.
concept really works. I'm trying to talk like smart money concept, high highs, high lows, lower lows, etc. That all market structure really works.
I
That is
think
how the market moves.
I think someone else has something to say.
Oh, I'm
What's his
sorry.
name?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. What's your name? MG Bada. What's your name? Go ahead. Speak. You could you mic. Go ahead. Is it MB Bada? I think. Sorry, MG Bada.
Okay, what I want to say is that over here we don't have like brokers that offer NAS 100 and especially QQQ and all that. We don't have brokers that offer such. So I'm just looking for a way I can confluence and trade the cryptocurrencies, which is like BTC.
What broker do you use?
Okay, I normally trade on Binance futures.
Okay. So you can do like stocks, right? Or future ETF, or like the NQ, or
Binance don't offer that. They just really offer cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, I think he uses Binance, just like Scott.
Oh, okay.
So I
Well,
don't.
why
really
not?
know
Why
much.
not Hanko trade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you calling from, if I may ask?
Nigeria.
Okay. I know there's remember Aaron, we were talking about them brothers over there that was trading NOS, that's killing it. They were I don't know what they were trading, but they were trading on NOS 100. They was calling it US Tech 100 thing. I don't know what it was, but there's a Nigerian brother that I know that's trading over there where you are. I'll find out what his name is, but he's killing NOS 100, but I think it's US Tech 100 he's using. Like I gotta find out what the broker is. But he's from Nigeria, so I don't know if that helps or not, but Hanko,
Okay,
you should be able to
thanks.
get there, right? Hanko, Hugo's Way, you can't get Hugo's Way from Nigeria because they're overseas broker.
You mean Hantex?
Try it's was it Hanko and it HANCO
Yeah, I feel like Hanko Trade and
Yeah.
Hugo's, they'll take
Right.
anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Look for this one. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Hanko.com. Try that. I think you should be able to
Okay.
get there with that. Yeah, try it. I'll put it in the chat. Let me try that here. Try this one.
Okay.
Oh, that's Hanko. Yeah, try Hanko.com or Hugo's Way. That should be able to get you. I mean, it's an overseas broker. I can't see why they wouldn't,
Okay, thanks. I'll check it out.
Yeah. Well, definitely. Anybody else?
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
First of all, I think all the information shared tonight, it's been outstanding. I do have to say that it appears that it's quite a bit above my level of understanding at the moment in terms of application. What is the recommendation to build up to this point to where it can be applied to my understanding, if you will? Like, are we going to start here and go forward, or are we going to kind of learn some of the things that you all have built on to get to this point?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the basics, because there's basics, there's beginners, intermediate, and advanced. So I started as beginner, but when I started as beginner, there was all the most advanced stuff. So like this call here was just basically an eye opener, just to show people what we're doing. But I'm gonna have calls where they're gonna be we're gonna be going over the A, B's, and C's of this, without learning about trend lines and the support resistance and those type of things. The basic new trader needs to learn how to do that. Also learning how to read candles. Candle patterns are important. A lot of people don't use that, but candle patterns are very important. I'm gonna go over that. So this is like a wide scope of information, but
Gotcha.
in the next coming days, weeks, I'm gonna break this stuff down so thinly that my niece that's 10 years old can understand it. That's the whole goal. The goal is to make it so easy, because it's technical stuff. Some people don't get technical stuff, but you got to break it down. So we want to take both sides of the coin. We want to be able to go over here and break it down, and go over here and keep it advanced for people like this way. And then the people that are learning can get to that point. And like the other guy said, learn one strategy, learn one thing, and run with that. Because it all boils down to is making money. That's what people want to do. They want to make money.
Right.
That's what
I
it is.
agree.
So hopefully that answers the question.
Oh, absolutely. Appreciate it.
But the most important thing, like you can learn the Fibonacci's, you can learn candle patterns, you can learn breakouts, wedges, you can learn everything you want. You can learn everything. If you can't distinguish between a trend day, range day, or a chop day, you're gonna lose money.
Yeah. And real quick, just to show what that is, because like I said, you don't want to trade when it's consolidation. That's what they trade. They teach you that in 101. So
Right.
if you take all these indicators off, I got a naked chart, right? Nothing on here. So you can see where is it choppy? It's choppy right here, right? This is chop right here, because it's moving side to side. It's not doing anything. That's a ranging market. You don't want to stay in that. We want the one that's trending. This one's going down, right? See, it's trending down.
Right.
Where's trending up? Where's trending up? See, it's trending. This is consolidation right here. This is a perfect consolidation right here. You wouldn't trade this at all. You would get burned, because you'd be in and out of profit right here. That's consolidation. You don't want that. But you want a trend up. You can see this is a trend here. So if I took a trend line, which is some basic, and draw a trend like this, that's a trend line. You see it's trending up.
Right.
What happened? It trended up, and then it kind of consolidated again. Consolidated in here a little bit, right? And what happened? It broke up. It went up to the next point, and what happened? Consolidated. This is an uptrend. See, basic. And then what happened? It got to this point, right? And we're back up again. Now what happened? It had another consolidation, right? Now what happened? It reversed up here. So I always say the man on the bus, on the train got right here. You would enter the trade right here, right? You would enter the trade right here, because there's nothing here for you.
Right.
Right. See that? So you got basic, you got a trend line like this, right? And then what happens here? You got trend line break. So the trend line break, you could enter here on the trend line break. It's basic 101. Trend line break, and retest right here. But that's some basics, that we want to show too, along with that. And then you can add everything else in there, and this makes it easy to trade. You can see this. If you would have entered right here, you would have held the trade all the way up here based on what you have here, like stair step. His floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, floor 4. So you can see that the man is on these different floors, you see? And then he's coming down this way. So you can see how that works. So we kind of like show everything and then break down because if you throw the indicators on there, you'll see where you'll get a buy signal. There's a buy signal right here. You see that buy signal right there? That buy signal printed right here. If I take it off, where to print? Well, not that one, sorry. Where did buy signal print? This comes from the Pro Algo right here. You see that? It printed right here where the guy is.
Yeah.
I didn't have it on there. And I told you that you could buy right here. You clearly see that it's going up. You bought right here. It came from another consolidated area right here. This is consolidation right here. See that?
You lose, you lose money on that.
Right. But right here, where you would get in. You would get in right in this area right here, because this here, this is a breakout. This candle broke this level right here. If you look at it, this kind of broke out right here. It broke out. You can see it broke out. It's almost like being in jail.
Yeah.
This candle broke out of this zone right here. Everybody see that? See it consolidated, right? Going side to side, side to side, like a bounce ball. What happened? It broke out. So right here is where it broke out. This is a breakout right here. So it broke out. You didn't get a retest, but it kept shooting to the moon. So once this breaks out, you would enter the trade right here. That's your entry right there, and you ride all the way up. And then you got another consolidation, right? And then you got a breakout. So these are different entries in the market. That's a basic breakout trade method. You could do that, but you can see how these
Can you
indicators work.
explain how to find the ADD and where to find it again?
If you come here, come up here. Let me just make another. Hold on a second. You mean the indicator or just the chart?
Both basically.
Okay, so if you come up here, here, click on this. You type ADD. This will bring the chart up.
Okay.
That's my chart. If you want the indicator, you come in here, right? And you search for market internals. And you notice I have all these highlighted because it's favorites, so you don't have to look for them again. That's an FYI.
So it's called market internals. That's what it's
right
called.
Here. Yeah, you see it right here?
Yep.
And it's by Mackett
Okay.
Zero or Makito. I don't know who that is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Anything else?
John, it's on
Anybody
the,
else?
I think that's it, boss. Thank you.
John,
Okay.
it's on the time frame
You
candle.
guys found that indicator, the multi-time frame candles?
Oh yeah, good
Yeah.
call. Good call. This it's called I think I saved a good call. It's a good call. This one here, MTF candles by YA Trader 2. Remember that? YA Trader 2. That's multi MTF candles. Yeah. So yeah, good call. I forgot
Hey,
about
Jay,
Yeah.
quick question. What exactly are y'all looking at the multi time frame candles for?
that. You want to get that up?
Yeah, so basically, like if this is you're looking at the 1 minute on the ADD, right? The ADD does bounce around a lot, as you can see. You see how it's bouncing back and forth. On the 1 minute, it gets really bad. So then I use the multi-time frame candles and I put the 15-minute, and that helps me to stay on the trade with a lot of false signals, because the 15-minute candle shows me the true trend. Do I make
Yeah.
sense? Like get close, like zoom in and you'll see why. Like you see that? You see how the ADD moves, or the void? Oh, you got the void. Put that ADD on the chart.
There you go.
So the multi-time frame is going to teach you, what's that, the 1 minute?
Yeah. What you want, 15?
No, that's fine. 1 minute.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
got the 15-minute candles and the 1 minute candle. So now you see how the ADD was falling down, right? But you got the 15-minute candle too to help you go with the trend. That's all it is. I press my trigger on the 15-minute candle, even though I'm following the 1 minute candle.
Like he would have been a good entry right here. See that?
Correct. You
You
see
see
that?
This entry right here. I'm putting my man right here. My man would enter right here. Everybody see that? So you
Yeah.
line this
So
up.
when it breaks, yeah, when it breaks down, when it breaks that 15-minute candle downward, then I'm following the trend.
So let's take an example of that. What day is this? This is a June 28th, 1247. So I'm writing it in here.
Yeah.
So let's go to a chart and find out. I guarantee you it'll be bearish. June 28th. What time was it? 1247.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So let's go to you're right here, right? You're right here, right there, right? So you see
Correct.
my man. Let's go to a chart, June 28th at 1247. Let me go to the chart over here. June 28th, 1247. June 28th. Hold on a second. Let me move this over here. June 28th, 1247. You see where I'm going with this, right? You see that it's already in there. 1247 is right here. Let me get that so you can see.
Yes.
1247 is right. Right.
Yeah.
I'm right there. Look at this. So the man, this is lunchtime. They're coming from lunch. So the man is ready to get on the train right here in this area right here. So this is one confluence right here. One, right? That's one, this naked chart. 1, 2 over here, right? The same area right there, right? And you got
Yeah.
you got the ADD right here. That's the same area right there. Boom. And this area, and this zone right here, that's two screens telling you to hop in this trade. You should have been up here somewhere, but that's fine. And you got this here saying that, and
yeah.
this too.
In the void.
What exactly was the signal that tells you it was bearish on the market internals?
Oh, you mean down here?
Yeah, like you say, this tells me it's going to be bearish, and then you went to the chart.
Yeah,
What was it exactly?
I think they was looking at the ADD doing that,
Yeah,
right?
so what exactly
Here?
on the ADD?
Yeah, what exactly from the 1 minute to the 15, what did y'all see when y'all were saying on that turn right there? Can you
Turn right
explain
here?
that a little bit? Yeah,
Okay,
a little
I'm
bit
gonna-
more about the candle.
Go ahead,
I'm
Tip.
gonna, okay, so the ADD the whole day was falling, right? It was creating lower highs, lower lows, correct? So
Yeah.
then you're waiting for the bounce, and when the market turns on the 15-minute and it breaks down on the first candle, I'm going in on the 1 minute, 15-minute candle.
Do you know what this is like?
Hold on. Can you
This is like a
zoom back in?
retest.
Can you zoom back in where your man is there on
Like
the
this,
ADD?
or move like this, or out.
I think he wants to
blow
zoom in.
Zoom in
This.
where your man is on the
Right
ADD
there, okay.
right there.
Right. Okay. Can you see it?
So now you could see that the ADD was the clear downtrend for the day, right? We all agreed on that?
Let's do this. Let's go back to the beginning of the day. The beginning of the day is right here, right? This is 9:30.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a continuation of the downtrend. See that right there?
Yeah.
This is where the day started at, right? So the man should have been at the morning class at 9:30. He should have been at the bus stop at 9:30, right? But he was
Yeah.
late. He's late to the bus stop. So the man was like, okay, well, damn, I got to run all the way down here, and I can catch the bus at 12:49 because the bus is going where? Going to hell, right? It's tanking, right? So not only can he get on the bus right there, he can get on the bus right here too, right?
Yeah. Hey Jay, can you
Yeah,
do me a
but-
favor?
Yeah.
On the indicator, right? On your indicator, can you change that to void?
This here,
No, the bottom one.
the bottom one.
Yeah, change that to void.
Okay, so essentially you're just looking for the trend,
Because,
and
yeah, I
when you
don't-
get a pullback in the
Because
trend,
we're looking,
that's when you
we're
take
looking
an
at
entry.
two ADDs. Hey Jay,
Yeah, but
we're
I don't
looking at
think y'all, I don't think
want-
y'all
you
are
want-
answering the question based on the comment that was made earlier.
Okay,
Right?
Well,
we state it again so we can get it right.
Okay, so where the man is down at the bottom line, the
This
third
one here.
line.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
You all were saying something along the nature of when the candle broke down right there, you would have known to enter. But I don't think it was clear.
Yeah, get
I
close
think-
to it.
Okay,
You
well,
got-
break it down.
you gotta zoom in. You gotta zoom in closer.
Okay, can you see
Yeah,
it now?
zoom in real close.
Okay, can you see it now?
So,
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
okay, so right, the candle went, it turned red, right on that peak. So when the 1 minute started printing the new candle, the second red candle on top, I would have entered that trade.
And
What
explain
makes
why.
what makes the yeah, explain that, because what makes that any different than if you go back and you see where it peaked down prior to that one?
Over here? Like here
Yep.
somewhere?
Yep.
Because it didn't break down. Look at it. It didn't break down. It turned green. So it was red, then turned green. That's why you got to wait for the candle to turn green or red.
What candle are we looking at?
On the
You saying it
15
didn't?
minute. The 15-minute candle and the 1 minute candle.
I think he wants to know which one of these candles here, right?
Well, no. I mean, if we're looking at the red box right there in the middle, right? So
Yeah.
I'm saying that's a peak, right? So that's another level of rise. And
Yes.
I'm trying to say what is different in that peak down that you said you would have took it there, but not took it in the
Over here?
one. Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
And okay, so right, so it was green, and then it turned red. Right. I wait until it closes, so that candle ended. So now
Oh, you're
I'm
saying the
waiting.
whole movement. Okay,
Right.
I got it.
Whole move,
Correct.
whole
Now,
move. Yeah,
I'm
I'm
got
waiting
moving,
for
right.
the movement. I'm waiting for the movement
That's
to
like
end.
retracement. That's like a
that whole
retracement.
box.
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
retracement. This is a retracement. So if it's coming up, you wait for the retracement. It's gonna come up here because this is a retracement this way. So if you're looking at but remember the whole day is bearish, right? So
No,
that's like a retracement. Just come up this way to get in there.
I get that, but you all didn't explain that the second box over there was red. So now, see where y'all were saying you would get in at was on the first box, the first set
No,
of
I'm trying to explain to you. So basically, right on the first, the question was, it turned green. The second candle, correct?
Hold on.
So I wouldn't take in that trade because it
right.
turned green.
When you saying turn green, what I'm saying is you're looking at those series of candles there.
Is that a better question here like this? Why'd you enter here?
Yes.
That's a question, right? Right.
I think I get it. I think we were missing, because I was missing it too.
Yeah, that's what
I think
I
what he's
heard you
saying
were
is
asking the same question. Yeah.
The
Okay.
small candles on the inside are the 1 minute candles, and then that shaded red box is the 15-minute candle. Is that correct?
15.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
what I was
So
missing. Okay, now
Yeah,
let's
that's
write
what
that
we're
in. Hold
missing.
on. Let's write that in there. Hold on. So you're saying, what is it saying now? Let's get it so people can see it. The green box is what now?
the small candles are the 1 minute candles.
Okay. 1 minute candles are
But
what?
they're in the 1 minute candles are the small ones.
Correct.
The shaded box is the 15-minute candle. Is that correct, Siv? Okay.
Yes.
That's what I was missing. That's what I was missing the whole time.
Okay. Okay. So we got that. Okay.
Same here.
Is that good?
So
Is that
now, correct. So
Okay.
now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the 15-minute candle to close. Okay.
There we go. Mhm.
So once the 15-minute candle closes and it develops a new candle and it start turning red, and I could see the 1 minute going down, I'm going to enter the trade.
Right.
So that
So
would
your
be that
entry really
red
is
candle
yeah,
coming
you
down.
really your entry really is the second 15-minute box.
Correct. So
Right.
now, but if Jay, so
Yeah.
on the indicator on the bottom, can you change that from ADD to void?
Yeah.
So
Here,
then
yeah.
they can see it gives you more accurate. So now, okay, now we're gonna align that all together. I have that on the 15-minute candle too, on the indicator right there, but you can't do it with that indicator. But to make it short, so I'm looking at the void too. The void is selling off too with the ADD. They're both selling off together as one. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm going in.
Yeah. So the man's going to be double. He's going to be here and here because they're both selling off at the same point.
And it's on the same time. Correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do
So
I make sense? Do I make sense though?
That makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
so
Thank you.
that's June 28th, 12:46, and let's take it to a chart. June 28th, 9:20. It's right in here. See, what time was that? That was 12:46. Right in here. See, and you see the chart right here. This is the NAS chart. So you'd have got it right in there.
You see that?
Didn't the market open up above 1800 though?
No,
For
it
at
didn't.
9:30.
It opened up right here. It opened up
At
somewhere around
1600 or something.
1500, right?
1400.
1400,
So
Okay,
yeah.
I'm confusing
so that
the two.
Right here. See, 15, 16, something up in there.
it didn't
Okay,
open
yeah.
1800.
It didn't
Okay,
open above 1800. It opened up below.
gotcha.
So that's a
Right.
so that's the reason we trended downward because it
Yeah.
filled all those gaps. And
Yeah.
today, if you look at the QQQ, it filled gaps. That's the Nasdaq 100, so you can't see the gaps. But if you go to the ETF, you'll see the gaps. Can you go there? Yeah. Boom. You see the gap?
There's a gap right here. I can draw a little line. See the gap right here, right in here,
Correct.
right in there, right there. Look at right there. See how it's filled? Y'all see that?
No, on the main chart.
Oh, you mean here? Well, yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, there's a gap right here,
Correct. Look,
but they got
it
to fill
filled
right there. The gap right gapped up, but then they had to
Yeah.
fill the gap down here. Yeah, that'd have been an easy trade too.
Mm.
That'd have been an easy trade here. Because over here, you've seen that this down point over here. So the man could have jumped in right here, right? Boom.
Mm.
That'd have been a nice trade. Oh, wait, he could have jumped in right here. And it broke structure.
There was a
that's-
gap in the morning too. If you look at it real close,
Yeah,
there was a
right there,
gap
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
No, on top.
What do you mean?
No, go to your right. No, go up. Go up. There's a gap right there. You see it in the open.
Let me see.
You see it on top? On the QQQ, there's a little gap.
Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, small one. Yeah, right there.
Correct.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I see it. Right,
So I was
yeah.
looking. I was looking at that gap fill.
Yeah, this would have been somebody I know played this and they got burned. They
Yeah.
jumped in the trade too late because there's not enough. Yeah, I see what you're saying. But they caught a little bit of this, but they got in up here someplace, and they
Yeah.
were crying because they got in like up here somewhere. That's
Yeah.
way too late. You're not on the train. You're way too late. You should have waited till this gapped up and then got into the train where the man was right here. He got in right in here. He got burned. Yeah,
Correct.
he got burned big time. He got in right here and got burned. Before the trade even took off, it was the other way, right in here. Yeah, he got burned right in there. He should have got in
that's
up
bad
here
trade.
somewhere. Yeah, he got hit a bad trade. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's cool. Does anybody else have any questions, or was that question answered?
I have a question. Yes, thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Dr. P, thank you, Dr. P, because we was on
Yeah.
the same page.
Yeah.
I have a question. The question is for tomorrow morning. How can we tell whether we're going to be ranging or in the trend tomorrow morning, and are we going to trade it tomorrow? How are we going to play that?
Oh, we got the notes. We have the notes. You got the notes, Jay?
Yeah, right here.
So we're gonna look for the 1800 or below or above
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Those are the notes right there.
You see it?
That
So we
yellow
wait.
box.
Yeah. So let's go over here. Let's go over here and look. Right. Let's go over here and look where we are. Let's go over here and look. Let's go over here and look. All right. So we're here, right? We wait. Over here, right? So we gotta wait. So where we are right now? That's ADD. Probably go to the terminals one over here, though. Right. This one here. All right. So over here, this is June 27th. So we got to find out where the market opens up right here. Like this is where we are currently, right here, right? Right. So we got to find out where the market opens up. So let's draw some lines. So let's put a line here. All right, and we put 1800, right? For coordinates.
Yeah.
So here's 1800, right? So we wanted to open up there, right? And go up, right?
And stay up.
Stay up, right? If it opens up here and it keeps going up, this should go up. Or what is it like 1800, negative 1800 here, right?
Correct.
Negative 1800 down here. So this is what we're looking at. That's our range, right? See the range?
Yeah.
So we want to see where it is.
And then you got the 1000 levels.
Right. Let me put it in there. Yep, you got it. Yep, you got it. The 1000 levels here, right? That.
Yeah.
My bad. Here.
So the 1000 levels is
Right.
still consolidation, but it does move a lot.
So there we go. So we got 1800. Everybody see that? 1800, 1000, 1800. So then here's the rules, right? And you can put 500 in here too if you want. If you want to get technical with it. 500
Yes,
right here, right?
So
500.
yeah, correct. If the ADD is like dancing around 0, we're definitely chopping around. We're not even trending or nothing.
Does that make sense? Anybody? Anybody question on that?
I have
So
a,
look,
I have
go
a clarification. So just
Yes.
because it say it's plus 1800 doesn't mean it's bullish sentiment.
No,
It just means general, we're going to trend that day.
right.
No, that's not true.
Well, if that
That's not
1800, if that 1800, if it opens up 1800, then he's saying, is it going to continue to trend up, or are you talking about trending down, or trend in general?
Yeah. Is
So-
it going to be a trending, like if it could be like, for example, today, the 28th today, but opened up plus 1800. Or
No, it
whatever,
didn't.
roughly.
It
Well,
opened up
whatever, yes.
1400.
So let's give a scenario. Tomorrow's the 29th. What happens if price opens up at 1810? Well, let's just say we're just guessing. If it opens at 1825, what's going to happen?
Okay, so if it opens at 1825, the first thing I'm gonna look at is bullish.
Okay, right.
If it's 1875 or 1825 plus,
Mhm.
we're in a bullish market,
Okay.
and we're gonna be trending.
Trending bullish.
That's the sentiment for the beginning of the day.
Gotcha. In like what period? I joined probably 30 minutes ago, so I may have missed it. So what's the period of time is that 30 minutes you look at, or
No, I'm looking at the 15 and the 1 minute.
no, to like what's the time length through after open where you determine your sentiment based off the ad?
I want to avoid the up volume and the down volume to move to a certain way. I don't know if you could show that. Turn left to your chart
Over here.
like that, just like that. It needs to look like that. You see that all those green candles going up?
Yeah,
That's a trend day. And then you look at the ADD on the bottom. It's at 1800 plus, right? And then the void, the volume is going up fast and steady,
gotcha.
just like a big rocket flying to space.
To the moon. Yeah, to the moon.
The opposite applies.
Yeah.
Do I make sense?
Yeah, I think I joined late, so I'm not familiar with the void. And it sounds like it's volume related, but
Yeah, it
One
is.
day, so let me throw this out and see how many people would think this. One day we're gonna do a New York session and we're gonna look at this live, because I looked at this live when they printed and I saw it in real time. When I was on the earliest morning when I was working with it. That's why I jumped in that Nas. That's why I jumped in that Nas. It was like I said, it was an early morning bell, and I caught that first push up. That was it.
Yeah,
Was 9:30, I think.
correct. And look at the void. If
Right.
you look at the void at 9:30, it was pushing up too.
Right.
Not that one, the other one.
You mean over here?
That was today. No,
Right, this one here.
2 days.
Oh, you mean today's one, 27th?
Yeah. If you look at it right in the beginning, you could jump in because it opened up at 1400, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah.
void started pushing up.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look,
Right. Yeah. Right here.
correct.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah.
In
So this
a
was
quick summary, what is the difference between void and ADD?
Okay, so ADD is basically advanced and declined stocks. All the stocks in NASDAQ. So then they get the ratio who's winning. So 1800 stocks are winning for the day, or like 1,000 stocks are winning for the day, or like 500 stocks with all the stocks together. So there's 500 negative stocks are losing for the day more than up. Do I make sense?
Yeah.
So the volume is just basically all the volume that is participating in the market. You got the up volume, people buying the stock, versus the negative. Do that make sense?
Okay, yeah. So basically, void is showing us the volume in terms of buying and selling. That's it.
Correct. That's all it is.
Awesome. Thank you.
So would you say, like, for example, today relative to Friday, in terms of volume, it looks awful weak in terms of the sell-off we had?
It was steady sell off all day.
Nas was, yeah.
If you look at the ADD and the void today, right? It opened flat, and then the ADD was going down. So there was the negative divergence. If you look at it, the first hour, you could see that the volumes indicator was flat, but the ADD was going down. You see that? That's
Yeah.
negative divergence. Do that make sense? That just gave you that right there gave you an indication that the market was getting weak. Do that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, you could see it. Can you guys see it? I'm saying, can you guys see it though?
No, I can't see it.
Or can you draw a line
You want me to draw a line?
on the beginning of the day
Oh, you mean for the void or the
for today?
ADD?
For today, just draw
Oh.
a straight line up.
This?
No, the to your right, to your left.
You right here?
Right there. Draw a line.
That's 9:30, yeah.
Okay, that's 9:30, right? Look at you look at the up and down volume, it was flat, right? And then you look at the ADD going down, well, the volume was steady straight. You see that? That's negative divergence.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So basically, the ADD is showing you the market is going down and the volume is staying steady. So basically, you have a steady downtrend.
Correct.
Right.
That's called a negative divergence.
Repeat that again.
Okay.
Say it again, so as anyone didn't get that. That's a good point.
Yeah, so it opened up, right? So if you look at the ADD, can you get real close to that
Right.
period so people could see it? Yeah, stretch it out. So now you see the ADD, right? It opened up flat. The void went up. But the market opened
Right
at
here,
14
right there.
plus, 14 plus stocks. So we thinking, oh my God, the market is up 1,400 stocks. The void is going up. I'm going to buy calls in the morning. Boom, I made my profit. Where your target is 10%. I don't know what it is. You take your profit and then you wait it out. And then you start noticing, oh shit, the ADD is going down and the void is kind of flat and a little partially going down. That's negative divergence. So the void was steady straight, but the ADD was starting to go down before the void. That's a negative divergence.
So say the void was actually going down before ADD, what would we expect in that scenario?
Same thing.
Same thing, okay.
Negative, that means they're selling. The
And
people are selling.
Is it possible that we have, say, the void going up, going positive, and ADD actually going negative? Is it a scenario that could happen?
I would say just for like not too long though.
Okay, so overall it would balance out to actually create
everything balance out. Correct.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Am I snoring? Anybody else?
No, that's it on my end, man. I just want to say thank you, man.
All right. I hate to split, but I got to run to another appointment, but I got this video recorded and I'm hoping to do more of this. Hopefully this was enlightening lesson. I know that this void and ADD, I didn't know anything about it. So I want to thank Seth for turning us on to this. Like I said, this is pretty dope. And, hopefully we'll do some more. But I think, this is a good start. Hopefully everyone learned something from here. Like I said, I recorded it. If there's anything else, I'm gonna say peace.
All right,
Thanks to
you
both
guys
of you
take
guys.
care.
That's
Thanks a
it.
lot, guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for the knowledge.
All right,
Appreciate it.
peace. You got it.
Peace.